Okay, my name is Tomas Cummins. I'm an artist and photographer from San Antonio, Texas. And I came to the project Diffusion about 2 weeks ago and started out in Bachmuth. And the next place we went to is Kronstadt, where I started to photograph, where I photographed this piece. This piece was right behind where we were staying. I'm a night photographer, so I go out in the middle of the night and shoot long exposures. This one was 30 seconds long, and I also am into very wide angle photography. So I used photo stitching here to where I took five photos and stitched them together to make this one long panorama. At night I use a lot of the street lamps, just the available lighting, and usually I like different colored street lamps. So here we have like an orange street lamp, and then compared to more newer ones that are white LEDs. So the mix of the whole different technologies together, combined together. Recently, I've been getting more into astrophotography, so I've been doing more of the sky. It's very new for me. Some people can do it a lot better with editing and stuff, but I got some of the stars going. I use this stack as the centerpiece, and the trees to kind of see where I crop the photo at. I'll go to my other two pieces that are over here. This one was in Kramatorsk, near where we were staying on the old side of Kramatorsk. And here the light is the older technology. So everything this one is just all orange, even though there's some white back here, a little bit in the highlights. Yeah, this one was 30-second exposure. Shot the same way. I shoot them all 5 photos in round, so I get 360. The panorama is a 360, but here I cropped it more to what was more important in the piece. It's just this walkway here that was pretty nice. It was empty. This is probably around like 11 p.m. at night. Usually I like to, in the past, go around like 3 a.m. That's a good time to photograph because the bars are over, but the people start working at 5 a.m. so people start getting the photographs and cars. If a car goes through, if a bike goes through with the lights, it just leaves a long light streak. So a lot of times I'll have to rephotograph this over and over because somebody went through with a car or something. This next piece was in Precourse too. This was the university where we had our exhibition at, and we spent a lot of time here drawing and painting. I started off as a painter, but recently I haven't done it in a while. So in this program, it gave me a chance to do a lot of charcoals and do a lot of live modeling, and so I have a couple of charcoals from the past 3 weeks here. In architecture, it's really hard to photograph. It's complicated. You're trying to get the 360-degree experience, but it's problematic because the lines start to curve too much. If you're trying to get past 120 degrees, your lines are curving. So I cheated here. I went farther than that. This is probably 200-degree angle shot. But I wanted to get some of this little areas. I like photos that give you options. It's kind of like how we experience free will. We have options to go through space where we want, but in reality, it's predetermined for us. We can only go to spaces that are made for us here already. So you have that way, you have this door you can go to, another door up the stairs to the basement, and another door just giving an element, a little hint there of it. I was told that this says bomb shelter, so I thought that was pretty interesting. I really like that element of it to capture what is going currently on in the Ukraine. This is a daylight photo, so I usually only shoot at night, but sometimes interiors, it's closed off, so you can get away with shooting during the day. And this last piece was next to the playground piece. It was very close, only like a block away. Here I'm using mostly just, it's a focus on color. You got the different street lamps here. You got the bluish color, the white, and the orange. And you can see the long shadows of oranges and blues. And the trees are making their own colors too, in between them. So this was also another 30-second shot. Shot 5 times with a 360 panorama, but then just cropped to where I want it. If I had to guess, it's probably 170-degree angle shot, which is like about that. So it does start to curve a little bit, but the blacks kind of hide that. And at night, I use the blacks a lot. They're very helpful to help offset the colors. The black against the orange, against the blue, helps them pop a little bit more in the winter when I photograph. The snow really helps for night photography because you're getting that light bouncing off the ground, but you lose all these dark shadows, so the color's muted in the winter. So this was, I got lucky with a lot of these photos with the trees. This was a time when there was no wind. I hadn't had much wind, which over 30 seconds makes the trees blur a lot. Here it was really still, and you can see every leaf on the photo. This is, with the combination of the shot, this is probably a medium format to large format. The panorama is definitely a large format image. This one probably in between medium and large. I'm not quite sure, but you get lots of detail. I like the sharpness of the images. And sometimes the early night photographers in Paris, they'd use misty nights. They would let the light be carried by the mist. It's a cool effect, but I prefer the sharpness of the photo. So yeah, I had clear nights. I was able to get a lot of nice, sharp, clear photos. I guess that's it.